Hey yo, I have to kick a very real subject to you guys, my family, the Team Green family, my community. And for anybody just stumbling upon this video, welcome to the channel. Listen, I need to talk about what's going on in the games industry right now. Shout out to my boy Big Fry. He made a wonderful video recently discussing the problems that he's seeing within the gaming industry. And I very much echo his concerns. Now, my takes could be different than his or whatever the case is. I don't know how this video is going to play out because I just have bullet points and I'm just going off the raw. I'm just spitting how I feel straight up. So, with that said, the gaming industry as we know it right now is in shambles the way I see it. Now, let me preface this video before I go in here. Now, if you're a single player person and been finding great titles to play and have loads of fun playing your games, this isn't for you. This isn't for you. Okay. People that are having a good time playing games and just having and just thriving and having a ball, again, this isn't for you. This is for more or less my multiplayer family. People that try to find good multiplayer experiences, and the way the games industry is right now, even to some extent, even single player games, when they don't resonate, the industry is in trouble. It's in huge trouble. And we are turning the corner to something new, ultimately. Now, before Abel Green gets to preaching, you guys make sure that you like this video. And if you care to stay up to date on subject matters like this and just like hot takes and realness, consider subscribing today. Thank you. So let's get real. Let's get very, very real here. Where is the problem with this industry right now? It's corporate greed through and through, through and through. Anytime you have shareholders to appease, and you got to make a profit, you got to be in the green, you got to show a good outlook on XYZ company, and actually show like, hey, we have the potential to thrive or do better projection wise for next year. You have a fire under your ass to produce, right? Greed is the number one killer of creativity here. If we look at some of our most beloved shooters now, right now, like a lot of them are just I don't know, stagnant for ideas and just creativity. It's just I feel like most multiplayer shooters in the multiplayer space, right, have just plateaued in creativity. Period. Right? Look at Call of Duty. Yo, listen, the back and forth fucking online with people like this is the old COD, this is this. Listen, you're not fucking going to get the Call of Duty you ever want. Ever. Ever. Understand that. Understand that and know that. You're not going to get your ideal Call of Duty. You either play the fucking game for what it is or just shut up. Play the game and have fun or just shut up. Because the way corporations have set this up, it's meant to churn money. It's not meant to be something that you enjoy forever. These titles are made to be churned and burned, if you have not realized for almost the past decade. Okay? Greed has killed creativity. They put the carrot in front of you and you go to bite it, and then they dangle it out a little further, dangle it out a little further. That's the game that's being played here, folks. I don't know if you have realized or haven't noticed, that's the game that is being played here. And will this change anytime soon? I don't see it happening in AAA. These guys are going to play it safe, and they're just going to use marketing tactics to get you to play their next Call of Duty. Right? And if games don't do too well in the economic climate, which we are currently like really fucked in, the economics in the United States. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're just going to lay you off. We're just going to lay you off. These games, they don't take risks no more. AAA hasn't taken risks since early 2000s. right? Right. I haven't seen any company really put something new out there that's different in quite some time in the AAA space. All the AAA is good for now is seeing what the smaller guy is doing and seeing how they could flip it and iterate on upon it real quick, and just see how it goes. Right? I don't expect a Battlefield to return to form and to return to glory and be a triumphant game that we all love. I fucking love Battlefield. I'm a Battlefield guy all the way. But I don't see that happening. Call of Duty, I just see it getting worse. Battlefield, I just see promises and getting worse. Like, honestly, there's just nothing in the shooter space that is really pushing the needle, that is just doing something different and leading the charge in creativity. Because greed is in the room so blatantly. And that's just unfortunate for our future, because I don't think this is going to change. I think that this is going to progressively get worse in the AAA space. Now, let me share this with you. Prince of Persia, this was a game, the Prince of Persia, the new Prince of Persia, the platformer. This was a game that I personally was looking to buy. Now, word on the street is the projections of this game, the amount that it sold, like 300 and something copies, wasn't good enough for Ubisoft. Hello? Wasn't good enough? 350,000 copies. I don't know what the projected numbers that they were looking to sell, but whatever the case is, it didn't do good enough business-wise, and it's considered a failure. Now, these folks that have put their heart, blood, sweat, and tears into this game, listen, their heads is on the chopping block. These guys could get laid off next month or whatever the case is, because the game didn't do good projected number-wise. And mind you, this was a full-fledged, full-price title, a platformer. Now, don't get it twisted. Like, if you put quality behind your game, yeah, sure, you should price it whatever you want. But $70 on this Prince of Persia joint? Bro, this joint looked like a $30 to $40 piece. I'm not going to lie to you. Again, greed is getting in the way of progression. Greed is getting in the way of fun. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. So with these layoffs happening left and right, people just getting let go, and that shit's so ugly to me. It's so infuriating because, like, listen, man, in the games industry, like, these folks are treated like cattle, bro. Like, in a lot of industries, even outside of gaming, like, a lot of people are treated just like cattle, man. They ring you out, they use you, they ring you out, and then they throw you away. You know what I mean? And my hearts go out to everybody that has recently lost their jobs, whatever industry you're in, gaming, healthcare, sales, whatever's going on, and things just aren't going right for you. 2023, headed into 2024. Listen, my heart goes out to you. Real shit. Like, honest to God. But through these dark times, through the layoffs, through shit just going left, right? Through everything going left here, there's going to come a change. There's going to be change, right? Especially, I feel, in the gaming sector. Now, these folks that can't lay their heads any place in seeing themselves getting shafted left and right every couple of years, listen, they're going to go on to do something special for themselves. They're going to become the next indie studio that innovates. This is going to be the turning point of what's happening here, because something has to break. This can't go on in this unhealthy cycle where the top dog just takes advantage of you and we just keep it moving, and we just, like, that's just going to be the circle of life. Like, no, there's going to be a group of folks that just say no more and just go out on their own and do something innovative, right? There are studios out there in the indie space right now, multiplayer rise, that are doing great jobs, phenomenal jobs. You already know who they are. I don't really have to say too much about them, but they're out there, right? And I feel like this is going to be the facilitated change that we need, period, right? I feel like this is going to become more the norm than not the norm, because I feel personally that the double A indie scene space is where it's at and always has been. I've been saying this for years. If anybody knows me, even on my previous channel, I always been saying indie scene, they got it going on because we watch them and AAA watches them as well because they know that they have the ideas, they innovate, they take the risks, and they're pushing the needle. And they have quality. Some of these games on the indie scene do better than AAA quality wise. Real shit. Real shit. AAA thinks they're doing something, and then the small indie team comes out and just puts them to shame. I enjoyed the heck out of Battle Bit. I enjoy the finals when I played it. Don't play it as much, but I enjoy the finals. Insurgency Sandstorm, that's like AAA, AA, but I enjoy the fuck out of Insurgency Sandstorm. There's some double A type titles that I really go up to bat for. Ready or Not has my respect in a big way. Don't play it like that, but I'll keep it real. Ready or Not has my respect. Like there's certain titles that I really got to take my hat off to and be like, yo, these guys are holding it down. It's definitely quality over quantity. And they care about the space that they're in. And they're looking to innovate and deliver upon fun. And we lost that all the way with the route that the AAA gaming space is taking. And it's inexcusable in my eyes. So now, who is to be trusted? We recently learned that Naughty Dog doesn't know how to make a multiplayer shooter. Hello? Naughty Dog scraps multiplayer for The Last of Us and wants to solely focus on their story games, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because their story games are phenomenal. I enjoy them. But Naughty Dog was told through an outside team that was evaluating their online experience that, this can't go. And this was the Destiny team that evaluated Naughty Dog's multiplayer experience. What happened, Bungie? They didn't have enough microtransaction actions in the game? This wasn't live service enough for you? This wasn't churning out the dollars like that to convert people into spending in their ecosystem? Is that what happened with this game? Because you definitely can't tell me Naughty Dog doesn't know how to make a multiplayer experience. Or did it simply not fit into the money-making machine that you guys project? This shit is sad. Games getting tossed to the side because it just doesn't flip the profit in the way that the mothership would like it to be, right? How Sony would like it to turn out. This shit is garbage. Where's the creativity? Where's the heart at? And don't get it twisted. I'm all about making money, but there's a point where greed is just greed. Greed is just fucking greed. And we're seeing it here. So again, I ask you, who's to be trusted? Who's to be trusted? Not the AAA. Indies are our last line of defense. AA studios are our last line of defense. If you are a dev at home, and I mean this with all my heart, if you are a dev at home, zoom in on me. Please gamble. Please get out here in these streets and make the game that you dream of. I want you to take that risk on yourself. I want you to value yourself. I want you to get your knowledge from whatever boss or whatever company you're working for now. Make that game you dreamed of, because you're going to keep being a slave to the AAA companies and they're going to keep taking advantage of you. I want to see more creativity. I want to see more risk taken, right? And of course, I'll be there to call out the not so good ones, as I always am. But I want you guys to really go hard for what you want and be the change that we need in this industry. Be the change. Be the beacon of light. Real shit, because we need it in the worst way. Because what we're in right now, what we're in currently, is bullshit. And the shit has to change. So guys, hopefully you like this rant here. I'm sorry I went off on a tangent if I was all over the place or whatever. But Listen, man, I got to keep it real with y'all. Y'all know how I spit on this channel. You know how I am. I listen. Shout out to Fry for the amazing gaming industry video. We need to have a conversation live for the folks one day, man. But listen, guys, tell me what you think down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to catch you in my next video. And be sure to click on this video here if you have not done so already. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.